our newest addition to the Buice Center. Introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey there, I'm really excited to be with you guys. So this is my first year as an assistant principal here at the Buice Center, and I am over the Strive program that we all kind of work hand in hand just to make all of the programs successful. As you can tell, I'm originally from the South. I'm an Alabama girl, transplanted here in Georgia, a veteran teacher, 14 years, all in special education, and just really excited about being here at the Buice Center.
Thank you. And Mr. Wells is our assistant principal over the Bridge program. He's been here for a little bit, but I'm going to let him introduce himself. Mr. Wells, are you there?
I am here. It's a little echo, but yeah.
All right. Mr. Wells will get back. You'll see him momentarily, I believe. All right. If you want to go ahead and move the slide, Mr. Davis. Thank you. I just want to share with parents, if you've not seen this on our website, this is our vision and mission. They're very go hand in hand because we want to ensure the success of all individuals that we serve in our building. And so just wanted to give you an opportunity to look at this and read this. This is on our website, but again, every decision that's made at the Buice Center is made with the vision and mission in mind. This, of course, is a picture of our building. If you've not been here, we invite you to come. Just wanted to, again, go over the school hours. Students are in classes from 7:10 to 1:40, and we are adjacent from Northbrook Middle School. And so our students come from all over the district to this location. The programs that we have, we say 3 because we're super excited. We've added a 4th this year. We have our ADAPT program, Bridge program, Project Search, and Strive. So your young adult will be participating in one of these programs. Want to bring to your attention some important dates to put on your calendar. On August the 31st at 7 p.m., they are having an area board meeting at North Gwinnett High School. There you would be able to meet Dr. Calvin Watts, our new superintendent. They want the community and stakeholders to come in to the board meeting. So I just want to bring that to your attention and personally invite you to the board meeting. September 14th is our first digital learning day, and students will log on to eClass for their work on this day. If you remember, Gwinnett County has built in 6 digital learning days, so I want to just bring that to your attention. Our next Parent Academy is September the 15th. If you would please add that to your calendars, and our topic will be social and emotional learning focus, and we'll have people there that will be addressing social and emotional learning for you. September 21st at 6 p.m. we will be having curriculum night. That will be in person, or we will also have a virtual option for you. Other things on the calendar that are new to GCPS is October 7th through the 11th is a fall break. That's a Thursday, Friday, and Monday for our students. Our next digital learning day is October the 20th. And we are planning November the 4th at 6:30, a family night here at the Buice Center for all programs, all students and their families. Is that all? I can't see further down, Mr. Davis.
Yes, that is all that is on the agenda there. And on September 15th, just wanted to add our counselor Leslie Visor and the social worker that is going to be working with our Adapt and Strive students, Ms. Pam Jemerson, who's on with us today on this meeting. They're going to be taking the lead in that meeting and being able to share with you. All right. In terms of key points, we did want to mention that our programs are part of Gwinnett County Public Schools, of course, and students are expected to follow the student code of conduct. Another important piece to note is that all programs follow the GCPS calendar. So, of course, when any other school is off during a fall break, like Ms. Mankin mentioned, or or winter break or breaks throughout the year, we also follow those that lead, and then also when there is early release throughout the county, of course, that impacts us as well. We do have a school council that meets throughout the year, and we are in need of one parent or business partner for the school council. So if you are interested in that piece, being a part of school council or just getting more information on school council, you can email myself or Ms. Mankin for more information on that, and we'll be glad to give that information to you. Okay, did want to mention in-house, just some support that we have within the Buice Center and then even beyond within the district. Our in-house parent liaison is Miss Andrea Husky. She comes with a great deal of expertise in the area of transition. So she's able to support and has already been helping with some of the organization of these parent academy meetings that are going to be happening once per month throughout this school year. Our counselor is Miss Leslie Beiser. She supports in the Bridge program. And then social worker wise, like I mentioned, Miss Pam Jemerson is our social worker that supports Adapt and Strive. And then Miss Morgan Carter and Tanya Dalton on the Bridge side. In terms of our district parent mentors, Miss Jackie McNair and Miss Dawn Albanese are excellent resources for our families. I know several of you that are on the call today with us, I'm sure have been in contact at some point with them. They are incredible. If you haven't had the chance to meet them, they are actually going to be leading one of our sessions throughout this year as we get ready for, they'll be leading next semester as we get ready for the transition fair, and they'll be able to share some of the resources available as well. Okay, this is our school website, of course. If you all are on the call today, of course, you went to the website and found the link, of course, but this is a great resource just to find out more about the programs and just any news or updates. We update it regularly and just make sure that you have all the information that you do need throughout the school year. We are excited to mention that we are on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter as well. Just another way that we really wanted to interact with you all as families, and making sure that all of the information that we share on the website is also shared on these social media sites as well. Some great things going on at the Buice Center, so we definitely want to highlight some of the great things that students are doing, and just make sure that you as families are able to see those things. Next, this is an extremely important part of the presentation. We want to make sure that you all as parents are able to interact with the parent portal. That is where, of course, you're able to access transportation information, information on there about My Payments Plus, other parent resources, and then also checking grades, things along those lines. As you get signed up for Parent Portal, if you're not, that is the way that the county is able to send important information to you. So as you're signed up through that, just a great resource to be able to get pertinent and up-to-date information. Next, e-class, just going along the lines of Parent Portal, you're able to log on and be able to see your students' grades on the Bridge side, of course, all the classes that they're taking, On the Adapt Strive side, you're able to see what their grades are. You're able to see specific how your student did on specific assignments. And then, of course, just some important information in terms of media, online research library, and just a vast amount of resources there. And of course, like we mentioned earlier, on the days that we do have digital learning days, this will be the way that your student would access their assignments on those particular days and instructions from their teachers. So I know there was a question about Project Search. I was going to share a little bit about Project Search, and then Ms. Mankin may have a little bit more she wanted to share about it. But Project Search is a 9-month internship program for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. It is targeted for individuals whose goal is competitive employment. So that's the key there. The program takes place in healthcare, government, or businesses where total immersion in the workplace is the reality, where students are really able to work on employability and marketable work skills. And they go through 3 internships to explore a variety of career paths. This is the first year for Project Search in Gwinnett County, and we're excited to be over at Scanfill. And we have our instructor, Pam Bips, is doing a great job of working with those students. And this is a program that is for 18 to 22-year-old students with developmental disabilities. So we're definitely excited about that opportunity of students being able to work with a mentor and learn specific, expertise over at that particular job site. Ms. Mankin, did you want to share anything else on Project Search at all?
I can. We'll have Pam come on sometime during the year and talk with you. This program is 9 months, and once they complete the program, they are done with the school and the school system. And employment is that we connect you with vocational rehabilitation and DBHDD. I think I said all those letters correctly. And a long-term care provider that will help facilitate employment. The school system does not provide transportation to this location. If you're interested or your student would participate in this program, because it is built around making sure that the student is able to get to work, get home from work, and do all of those things. And the difference is we're connecting agencies, outside agencies for you, and the training is actually provided by people that work inside of the business. So we will be starting a second Project Search next year, and we're hoping at this point to partner with RICO, which is over, if you're familiar with Gwinnett County, close to 316 in Hurricane Shoals. So, and one more on the others towards the Grayson area as well. So we're excited about that, and we'll be providing more information. If you have specific questions about that, you're certainly welcome to email myself, and I will get you the information or have Pam Bibbs call you.
All righty. Okay, at this point, we're going to split up into individual program areas. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and go into breakout sessions at this point. So let me go ahead and if you just give me 1 second, I'm going to open up these breakout sessions for us. All right.
Sure, Davis, while you're doing that, I would just like to thank all of you for participating today. We would love to build this academy. So if you have a friend whose student attends here, please encourage them to participate with us. We want to build this. We want this to be a resource center for parents and us helping support you and supporting your students and their success and their outcomes and their goals for the future. So thank you. I'm going to turn it over to my great APs. Y'all are going to love them. But I am always just a phone call or an email away. Please know that, and please do not hesitate to call at any time. If you just say, Kim, there's two of us. So they'll figure out. If you just say the principal leaving, I'm happy to talk with you individually, and don't ever hesitate to call. Okay, thank y'all. Mr. Davis.
All right, thanks so much, Ms. Megan. So I'm just gonna, based on the names, I'm gonna go ahead and some of the ones that I know, I'm gonna go ahead and shift you into those breakout rooms. So just, if you would, just be patient with us as we do that. If you all would, where you're able to name yourself, if you would just go ahead and put in parentheses which program you are actually with, that may help us go a little bit quicker with it. So open them. Okay, so you should actually be able to. Okay, perfect. Okay, so thank you. I see some of you have placed this already. We're gonna get you in these rooms. All right, we have our Strive. Okay, Ms. Dodson, which program are you interested in hearing more information?
Strive.
Strive. Okay, perfect. I'll get you in there, Ms. Dodson.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see, Ms. Poteet, which program do you need to get into?
Bridge.
Bridge, okay. Oh, and then lastly, let me see. Morris's iPhone, which program are you looking for?
I couldn't figure out how to type in an answer, so thanks for asking. My daughter Lisa is in the ADAPT program.
ADAPT program. Okay, I'll send you right over that way, and I'll be in that room in just a minute.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And then lastly, let me see. Mr. Wells, I need to get you over into the bridge. All right, let me send you over. Mr. Wells, are you able to join the bridge? The bridge one? I thought I sent you over that way. Oh, here you are. Okay. Okay. Here you go, Mr. Wells. Okay, and then finally, ma'am, I know JWKMA, which program are you looking to go to? ADAPT. Okay, perfect. All right, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Just trying to make sure we could get everybody into the appropriate breakout room. So I'll just go ahead and jump into our presentation. So again, good afternoon. My name is Niles Davis. I serve as one of the assistant principals here at the Buice Center, and specifically supporting the ADAPT program. This is my third year here at Buice Center. I definitely love it. I'm definitely glad to be able to look on the screen and see some of the parents that I've been able to meet, in person over the years. But we're definitely glad that you are on with us today. And And we'll just go ahead and jump into our presentation. We'll definitely have time at the end for questions. The presentation is just a handful of slides to give you some information on the daily outlook of your child's schedule, and just a little bit more information on the ADAPT program, and then we'll save some time at the end for questions. Okay, so just some background information on the ADAPT program. Stands for Assisting Developing Adults with Productive Transitions. ADAPT is a functional life skills program with an emphasis in community participation. So our students, of course, are working on those community skills. They're working on vocational skills and really looking to, just strengthen those life skills, those functional life skills throughout the program, whether they're on campus or in the community. The program is designed to teach home living skills, like I mentioned, vocational skills and community skills. And this is one of the major points here that I definitely want to point out is maximizing independence into adulthood. We really want to focus on that and want to do that in several different ways throughout our programs. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. And we're definitely teaching students domestic, vocational, community, and social skills, as well as self-advocacy. So in terms of our dress expectations, here in ADAPT, we're really looking to make sure that our students, as they come to school, that they are dressing professionally and really just taking the next step to whatever their transition goal is. If it is employment, to make sure that they're going to be able to do that successfully. So dress expectations, just as we shared with you in the spring, whether you are a new student or not, we sent this information out to you. And I have to say, I'm definitely excited to see students coming to the building every single day, first and foremost, but then on top of that, coming to the school building and really dressed professionally and ready to go with their chino pants, with their collared shirt, with the slip resistant shoes, to be able to work on those vocational skills and community skills. So just to let you know, solid colored shirt tucked in with a belt. There are, if your student, if that's going to be an issue, I know I've had conversations with some parents, throughout the week. If you do have a specific concern, definitely call me. My number is 678-542-2334. And at the bottom of this screen, you can see here is our main number on the left, and then my email address on the right. So I'll share that again at the end of the presentation as well, but definitely wanted to let you know, just as Ms. Macon shared earlier, definitely here to support you as parents and make sure that we can partner together and really support your student moving toward reaching their goals.
Mr. Davis, your screen is not showing.
It's not?
No.
Okay, thank you so much for letting me know that. Let me see. So let me go ahead and, okay, I apologize. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay, how about now? Are you able to see the screen now? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so a typical day at ADAPT, we are, we have the pleasure of offering more career-specific courses this year for students. So you'll see in the mornings they're coming in, and that morning core is really just talking about what the day is going to look like, what the day's activities look like, and then where they'd be going to community or vocational skills. This second period, the second block from 7:30 to 8:30, they're actually going to be going to either a career exploration course, where we have 4 of those throughout the building. We have horticulture, retail, which is our coffee shop and our school store. We also have clerical, which is really exploring the business aspect of the business field, I should say. And then finally, we have food service. So students are going to gain a variety of opportunities within those particular courses throughout the school year. Our goal is that they will go through every single one of those. So each one of those courses will be 9 weeks, and they'll rotate through those while in the building to be able to learn some of those skills. We are partnering with some of our business partners. Scholastic Images is one of those, and we're working with them to really help to really work with the business and make sure that our students can gain some of those skills, and then also the possibility of meeting some of those business partners throughout the year for our students, we believe will be exciting as well, where they can come in as speakers and things along those lines. So you can see our second period. They're going to have classroom instruction. Third period is where they're going to go out into the community from Monday through Thursday. They'll either be going out to the community to a community-based site. They'll be going out to the community to a vocational-based site, 2 days apiece with community and vocation. When they are not going out into the community, they're going to be able to work on some of those skills in one of those career exploration or linked to the career exploration course. This is where they're really going to do more of the hands-on when it comes to those 4 courses I mentioned earlier. Fourth period is going to be when fourth period students are really just going to be getting back into the building if they were out. They're going to be eating lunch during that time. And then 1:30 to 1:40 is going to be dismissal. So that then, students, of course, be able to wrap up the day with some unique learning systems activities, which is a program that our teachers use regularly to really just support those, to support their students. On Friday, it looks a little bit different because no students are going to be going out to the community on that day. They're going to be staying on campus and working in the classroom. And then we do have a time on Friday where we're going to start academy time, where students will be able to go to some choice activities and choice, pick some things based on their interests. So that's what a typical day looks like. You can see some of our pictures on the right-hand side here. One of our students last year was working on some of the custodial duties within the building, and then student on the bottom there, a couple students at the bottom there, you can see working in our cafeteria here at the school, and really, that's really been a great opportunity. We work with our cafeteria manager here, and she really opens up some opportunities for students to be able to learn some skills and possibly move forward. Some students have worked in the cafeteria at times, and we've seen that, based on that, they've been able to move towards Strive, but that's always an IEP team decision. All right, so some instructional domain areas and learning targets. These are some of the keys that teachers are working on with your students throughout the year. And again, this is directly related to the unique learning system program that teachers use throughout the day. So employability is obviously a big one. Speaking of job awareness and work skills, daily living, the importance of grooming and hygiene, the eating the correct things, nutrition and food preparation, home living, managing time, managing money, and then the medical health and fitness piece, which is definitely important. Community living related to community resources, and then recreation and leisure. Personal life related to communication, social skills, self-advocacy, and then problem solving. And then finally, lifelong learning. Even though our students aren't going to, in high school, of course, they took math, science, language arts, and social studies. Even though they're not taking those specific classes, in order to make sure that we're still meeting those goals, we make sure to offer that functional reading, functional math, functional writing, so that we can make sure that all of this learning is going to be relevant for what they're experiencing on a daily basis. And our curriculum topics for this school year, you can see on the screen. When it comes to nutrition, you can see it's anything from nutrition to safety, both in the building and of course outside in the community. Respectful relationships, what to do, making good decisions, and then finally, a unit that is specifically on laundry and some of that independent living that is going to be so critical for our students throughout life. I definitely wanted to take a minute to just really reiterate the importance of being connected in the parent portal for a various group of reasons. Student information, of course, if you'd like to, interact with My Payments Plus for meals, or whether it's something that you're wanting to purchase from the school store, which is going to be up and running, very shortly. One of our teachers has definitely been putting in a lot of time and, just really building the opportunity for students to be able to learn about the school store and be able to have some of those opportunities within the school building. That's been exciting. So again, Parent Portal is good for that. Transportation, and then just other various resources. And again, this is the way that the county sends out all up-to-date information on school closures, whatever kind of updates it might be. This is where they get your information so that they're able to actually send it to the correct person. All right, this is our main office number. And then my contact information as well. I did want to take a minute to just let Miss Pam Jemerson, if she wanted to, just wanted to give her a minute just to say hello if she would like. I know she may have had to step away for a minute, but wanted you to put a face to the name and just be able to, just let you meet her.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. As Mr. Davis said, I am the social worker that is assigned to Adapt Strive. This is my first year that I've been assigned to Adapt Strive, but not my first year as a social worker. I have many, many years of experience all across the board, and I look forward to seeing how I can help support your students here at Adapt Strive.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jemerson. Let me go ahead and stop sharing at this point, and I will just go ahead and pause. I'll go ahead and mute myself, and then if there are any questions, I'm glad to answer those at this point. If you'd like to, for the general group, if it's maybe a student-specific question, we can always talk over the phone, after this, or set up a time to do that. But if you have any questions that are for the good of the group in general, I'd be glad to answer those now.
Hi, Mr. Davis. I'm Mr. Davis also.
I know it. Good to see you,
How are
Mr. Davis. I'm good, thank you. I hope you're well too.
Well, thank you. We have an e-class account from last year. And so is there anything that we need to do to reconnect with our teacher's class so we can see whatever work she posts in the future? Or will it just populate automatically?
It should just populate automatically. I know that your daughter, of course, will have that access through her account. What I would say is check on it to see if you have that access. Like I said, you should, through how we have everything work through Synergy. If you do have any issues with it though, just feel free to call me or email me, and I'll make sure I touch base with our folks here to make sure that we can get everything connected.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Real quick, earlier you were giving your phone number. I
Yes.
only got the first 3 digits. You said 678.
Yes. So my direct office number is 678-542-2334.
2334. Okay.
Yeah. And just so you know, I'll also give the main number, just, in the case that I'm, maybe not in the building and you still need to get in touch with someone. That is 542. I'm sorry, 678 542 2330.
678-542-2330. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the main number. So
Will these slides be posted on the website from the previous presentation and also this one?
yes, we are. We're going to, and we recorded the main session also, so we will post that, Mr. Davis, and we'll make sure that you have access to that through the website. We're also going to, of course, we have the parent flyer on there so that you can see the individual focus for each session as we go throughout the year. But yes, we're definitely going to make this information available after the meeting.
Yeah, because we're here scrambling, writing notes, and we're
Right.
not fixing everything. Okay, thanks.
I know it. Yeah, we will definitely get it to you. I appreciate you all writing notes, but we definitely know that, that there was a lot of information. So we'll definitely make sure this information is available. And I want to say, I just appreciate you all jumping on with us today. This is definitely exciting, being it as our first meeting. I'm, definitely glad that Ms. Jemerson was able to get on with us. And we have some exciting information to be able to share throughout the year. By a show of hands, how many of you all have met Miss Jackie McNair or Miss Dawn Albanese, our parent mentors? Okay. So a few of you, a handful of you have. Okay, great. They do an incredible job of supporting our parents, throughout the county. So I would definitely, and I didn't have their contact information on this slide, but if you go onto the county's website, in fact, if you go onto our website and search under parent information, you will be able to find a flyer with their contact information, both their phone number and their email address. And if you have specific questions that you just want to ask parent to parent, both Dawn and Jackie have students that are either currently enrolled in GCPS or have been enrolled in the past. I believe Jackie's daughter has graduated, but they have children with disabilities and can talk from a parent perspective. So I definitely respect the fact that we're sharing information from the school standpoint, but they are incredibly they're incredible when it comes to the resources and being able to give you answers to specific questions that you have and timely that too. I think Ms. Haywood put something in the chat. We have met them and highly recommend their transition group training. Definitely, I'm glad you brought that up. They both have sessions similar to what we're doing here today, where they have specific topics that they share about transition. And really, this was something in the Parent Academy that we wanted to put together, but we wanted to make sure that we were doing it in tandem with them and making sure that we were in contact with them and making sure that they were definitely part of this, because they've been doing these Parent Academies and the sessions for a long time. So definitely recommend them.
Okay, I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
On the schedule that you posted, this is my daughter Lisa's first year, so we're brand new. The 9:30 to 12:30 employment, it sounds like they'll be going to an on-site. What kind of supervision, how many staff are going to be with them? Are they going to be watched carefully 24/7? I mean, I'm just, my daughter has very much a follow the butterfly mentality.
Okay.
So I'm just curious what type of a work environment they would be in / classroom. I mean, how much would they be interacting with the teachers as opposed to actually doing the job? I'm just trying to get a feel for that. If you
Absolutely.
could address that.
Absolutely, I definitely can. So, so students would be going out. There's definitely a great possibility they'd be going out during that time between 9:30 and 12:30 on vocational days, because we operate on a 4-to-1, 4 students to 1 adult ratio. There are times where some students will be going out with the teacher and some students will be working in the on-campus vocational that I mentioned earlier at the same time. So it's always going to be a 4-to-1 ratio. When it comes to community skills days, the entire class will go out on those days. So the teacher and the paraprofessional will be going out on those days. In terms of supervision, students are, they're always obviously the top priority, and teachers are making sure that no matter what they're doing, whether it's a specific task or whether they need to, whether it's that they need to head over to the restroom, making sure that they are supervised during that time. And of course, when they're in the school, the same thing.
Yeah, now the school I'm pretty comfortable with. It's just when they get out into the public community, I was just curious about that. The second part of the question is you mentioned the reading, writing, math, the functional skills. How and when do you focus on that? I mean, to what degree? Because obviously it seems like according to the schedule, a great deal of that time is spent with a lot of other things. So.
Right. So because our program is specifically, focused on functional life skills and vocational skills, that is where the schedule is heavily focused. But the unique learning system, like I mentioned, is used in classroom instruction time in the beginning of the day for an hour. And then in the afternoon as well, when students are wrapping up, that's where the functional reading and math and writing really comes into play. But it's specifically related to a specific, a certain job task that they did throughout the day, or where they're able to reflect on what they actually did during the day.
Would that possibly potentially include homework as well?
Yes, there is homework. There is occasional homework. I wouldn't say it's definitely not every single day. But yes, there's definitely times where there will be some homework.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, I'm giving a lot of questions here, but I appreciate.
Oh, no, absolutely not. And it's, from some of our parents who have, who students who have been in the program for a little bit, or for maybe a year or two now, our schedule does look a little bit different. So I'm definitely glad that you brought that to light.
Hi there.
Hi,
Got
how
a
are
quick
you?
question.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
good. I'm good. So forgive me if I should know some of this, but my child started last year, and to your point, this year will look quite a bit different from last year. So I'm very interested in the Project Search. So I don't even know if that's the right venue to ask those questions.
Sure,
or
sure.
will we get some more information later? Is there another place where we can read more about it? Is it just one job site? What are some of the criterias that the students are selected? So
Right. So
yeah, all of those questions.
Definitely. Yeah, Ms. Pendleton, it's great to put a face to the names. I know a lot of you all have seen the names, but it's nice to officially meet you. So
Yeah, likewise.
I can definitely, I have a couple different pieces of information I can share with that. So first, I'll share information on Project Search. Like I said, it is a 9-month program that is geared toward students who are specifically focused on employment. Now, the reason that it's so important to focus on that 9 months is because at the end of the 9 months, the understanding is that the student will move on to some type of employment, either at that business, if they have a position that's available. Of course, that's not something that is guaranteed, but it does happen. So either that business or a business within the community. So we do have a total, we do have a small handful of students that are in Project Search this year. We had more, but the reason that the number decreased was because 2 of those students actually got a position somewhere in the community. So obviously that's the goal for those particular students. All of those students that moved to Project Search, at least for this year, were Strive students, because it was a pretty close, I would say it was a pretty close picture to what Strive looks like, in the fact that students are in the community for 6 hours during the day. And they were able to move to, a business site where they're there again all day. I will say that we do have the opportunities for students in-house, will give us an opportunity to see how a student might do in Strive. We do have students that will move from Adapt to Strive every year. So if that's something that you are, interested in getting more information on, we can talk about, and at IEP meetings, we can have some more of those in-depth discussions on some of the differences between Adapt and Strive. But that's something that we're excited about. We're excited about the transition of students from, from program to program. We're excited about students moving from maybe different job tasks within the school building also.
All right, thank you. And then secondly, let's see, I got a list of questions. So the students, so they don't go out every single day, Monday through Thursday. You've got some going out on certain days, right?
Correct. So they do. So students, all the students in a class will go out on community skills together.
Okay.
Now, vocational, so that'll be 2 days during the week. Now, we do have 2 days for vocational, but every student in the class won't necessarily go out on both of those days during the week,
Okay.
only because our partner, our business partners might only have room for, say, 4 of our students. Well,
Okay.
of course, we would rotate those students to make sure every student is getting an equal amount of time actually at the job site. So if 4 are out in the community, or if 4 are at a vocational site, there may be 4 or 5 that might be on campus working in one of those 4 areas: horticulture, retail, food service, or clerical.
Okay.
So it's a
Cool
balance of
beans.
those two.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're welcome. I think you may be, ma'am, I think you're muted. I've been there before. I've definitely been there before.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I can
Okay,
hear you now.
So for my son, he was E-class for the past. So this is Benson Minor.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so he's the first time, this is the first time we've been on site, and I wanted him to
Right.
be on site. So can you elaborate on the dress expectation, like you said, business aspect and all that? So do we have, because I know I got a note like from his teacher and say that from next week they're gonna be going to the community, and we
Right.
have to prepare him for the money spending and all that. So can you elaborate on the dress expectations? Because I have to prepare him. He's the kind of kid that I have to prepare him before the time and talk to him about it so he can be ready for that time.
Right. Absolutely. So in terms of the dress, so students, when they go out on vocational skills, they are, they're expected to abide by the dress code that we showed in the general session, or I should say at the beginning of the presentation. On community skills, and this is something I wanted to, Ms. Pendleton, I know we were talking on community skills. That is, if students want to wear the same clothes, where it's the polo shirt, the chino pants, the slip resistant shoes, they can, but they don't necessarily have to. And then on Fridays are going to be a more casual day where they're just, they're on campus that whole day. So they can choose to wear what they'd like on that day.
Does it matter the color of the pants, or is only the dress for the skills when he goes to the dress code? Does it matter what color he wears, or do you guys just have one color for them to wear?
So we
For
say
the business.
Right. So blue, black, or a khaki color.
Okay.
If it, some particular sites have specific colors, but that's a general rule there.
Okay. All right. Got it.
All right, if there are no other questions, I can definitely, I'll go ahead and one more time, just put my contact information on the screen so that you can write it down if you'd like. And then feel free to get in touch with me either by phone or email. Just remember, if you're calling me directly, the last 4 numbers there would be 2334. And then the main number is 2330. But we greatly appreciate you logging on with us today. Our next meeting is going to be on September 15th. Just double check my calendar to make sure. Yes, our next meeting will be September 15th. And Ms. Jemerson and Ms. Visor will be sharing some vital information at that point. So thank you all so much for logging on. And we will talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks again, everybody.
right.
Have a great day.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Appreciate all the help.
You're welcome.
That's okay.
Yes,
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
absolutely.
Thank
Have
you,
a
Mr.
great day.
Jackson.
Hey, Mr. Davis, if
Bye-bye.
stay on, but 1 second, Mr. Davis,
Yes.
I just have I don't know if I should bring this up with you or my daughter's teacher, but currently she has an hour and 15-minute bus ride each morning and each afternoon. So what is the drop dead time she needs to be at the location? Because I may start driving her in the morning because she has a pretty long day with those bus rides.
Okay. Mr. Davis, do you mind if we talk over the phone about that?
Yeah, and that'll be fine.
Okay, because I'm gonna write that down. We're getting pretty close to bus time now, so I'm gonna have to log off. But I'll call you directly after school today about that issue.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, thank you all so much. Have a great day.